Your confirmation is more powerful than a clapback. Your testimony is more powerful than any trap set for you. And listening to God's voice and applying your life lessons will lead you to success, peace, and more than you can even imagine. So this morning, I thought it'd be a wonderful time to remind you that your testimony, your lessons, your faith, your pains, your opposition, all that you've overcome is only working for you. But you have to stay focused and know where to put your energy. You have to know when to be still and when to respond. You need to know when to take revelation and when to see that something is not worth your reaction or response. This is something that we're building upon and we've been talking about. But one of the greatest things that I have learned and many other people have learned is that there is power in your testimony. So much power in your testimony that you have to know how to use it and when to use it. Your testimony is not a side. It's not a rebuttal. It's not something to prove a point. It's not something to throw out to get revenge or reaction. Your testimony is a tool that not only frees you, but has the power to free other people. So do not waste it because you're using it out of reaction. So I had a great talk with one of my friends, and we were talking about how a lot of times in this life, we will be tested. And we live in this culture, we live in a cancel culture, we live in a culture that feeds off of clapping back or getting reactions and doing all these things. And it's very hard sometimes when you are in a spiritual journey or on a journey that you're working on your mental health or whatever it may be, because it's like the tests and the trials come at you so hard. The emotions are so hard. And as much as you try to see the bigger picture, as much as you try to understand the purpose, it's difficult. It can feel sometimes like you're tempted to be distracted, but you can't be. So in these seasons of your life, when you pray for confirmation, you need to also pray to have the ability to properly handle that confirmation. How to respond or react or just take the revelation from that confirmation. Because the problem that a lot of us have is that we pray for things to be revealed in us, or we pray for people to be revealed. We pray for snakes in our lives to be revealed. And then when they are, we freak out, we lash out, we hold on to it, we harp on it, and fail to realize we asked for this. This is literally an answered prayer. And instead of heeding the warning or accepting what we see, we focus on the hurt. We let anger in, we let offense in. We don't handle it well. And we're tempted to do many different things. And one of those things we do when we feel hurt or we have revelation sometimes is to lash out, act out in anger, say something. And I'm here to tell you that there is strength in your silence when you are praying for confirmation and revelation. Because it's a double-edged sword. Just as you're receiving something or you're seeing something, God is also seeing how you're reacting to that. Are you being aggressive? Or are you trying to prove yourself? Or are you going off? No. You don't need clapbacks when there is confirmation. You need to take it as it is and act accordingly. From that point, you need to say, okay, this is how much access I'm going to give this person from this point on. This is how much energy I'm going to give this situation. And look, it's not always people. Sometimes your confirmation is yourself. So you'll say, okay, well, if this is how I'm reacting, or if this is how I'm staying up at night, or if this is how I'm letting this opinion affect me to this level, then I need to work on this. I need to dig and understand why people's opinions matter so much to me. I need to understand why certain things not going according to plan shake me so much. You have to search you. But I wrote some notes because like I said, I've been having a lot of confirmation, lots of conversations about this and really praying about it. And that's the thing about prayer, guys. God will speak to you, but you just can't be hard-headed. You have to listen. And a word for you today is stop giving your side when it is not being asked for. Stop giving a side to a story when it's not being asked for. Stop going out of your way to prove yourself, your point, your worth, your intentions to those that don't see it. Stop trying to save people that don't want to save themselves. Stop trying to fix people that find joy in breaking you. There comes a point that you realize that you can intercede for people. You can pray for people. You can want good for people, but you can't interact with those people. And you know what better way to find that out than to pray about it, than to actually listen, to pay attention, to not ignore those feelings that you have, to not ignore those dreams or confirmations that come your way. Stop praying for things and then fighting them. Stop asking for signs, and then when you get red flags or you get things that are brought to your awareness, oh, no, that can't be right. Or no, I don't like this, I don't want, no. You're asking for it. Accept it. And then from there, know what you're gonna do with it, how you're gonna handle it, how you're gonna handle them, how you're gonna handle yourself, how you're gonna handle a situation. But in everything that deals with handling, there's a level of self-control. And you have to seriously pause and think about everything before you make your next move. You feel conviction for a reason, right? So that conviction you're feeling might come from, okay, I need to address this within myself. Maybe I need to share that with a person that I'm struggling with this and then I'm working on this. Maybe I need to share with a person that I'm not comfortable with something that's going on. And honestly, sometimes you have to give people room, a window to make things right with you. Don't ask for apologies. Give them an opportunity to bring even their shortcomings to the table. Bring things of offense to the table for you. And I actually was watching a sermon last night from Darius Daniels, and he was talking about like staying calm and offense and things like that. And it really touched on the fact that we will deal with trials in life. Offenses are inevitable, but it's what you do with those offenses, how you handle those offenses, and what you take from them that really means the most. And I think that for a lot of people, hearing that to be still or to be quiet, it goes against every fiber of their human nature, of their human response, of what they actually want. But there is power in that. There is power in that. And I want to read you a verse real quick because I feel like it's something that we all talk about, and we say the first part, but we never really harp on the second. And it is, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. But this is where the beauty of it is. And every tongue which rises against you in judgment, you shall condemn. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue which rises against you in judgment, you shall condemn. Y'all are so fixated. We are so fixated on proving a point to someone, putting someone in their place, that we fail to see that the vindicator is going to handle it so much better than we are. You don't have to get the lick back. 9 times out of 10, you need to remove yourself from it. Take the confirmation and step aside and let God do what he has to do. But stop fighting to have people in your life that don't deserve a position. Stop fighting to show people your worth. When you come into agreement with a fool, when you put yourself at that level with a fool, and I'm just calling it like it is a lot of times, you are only proving that you are a fool too. Why would you give your vulnerability, give your time, give your energy, give you to anyone, anything, any circumstance that is not for you, that is not aligned with you, that is a danger to you? It doesn't make sense, but we do that. We don't heed warning. We try to get a different result. No. There's this verse, and I was talking to my cousin about it a few months back. Don't cast your pearls before swine. Why would you give something of value to a person that does not have the capacity, maturity, or desire to receive it? And the problem is, so many of us are so hurt in seasons that we let our pain lead the path for us. We let our pain come in and say, well, no, you have to say this. You have to voice your offense. You have to, why? You know what's the greatest indicator of a fool? A person that will go out of their way to harm, trigger, disrespect a genuine person. A person that loves them, a person that prays for them, a person that cares for them and would do no harm to them. That is an indicator of a fool. That is an indicator of a snake. That is an indicator of a red flag. Why would you fight for that? Think about it. Chew on that for just a moment. Why? What in you needs to be accepted so much that you would align yourself with someone, something, some thought, some environment that is showing you that it can hurt you, that it will hurt you? You can't do it. And you shouldn't do it. Sometimes you have to be okay with things not being okay. Sometimes you have to deal with things that aren't fair and understand that there's favor involved in this. It's okay. Sometimes you have to take who they are, who you are, as it is. There are so many of us that are playing with our purpose because we are playing with our time and energy and putting it in places that it does not belong. If you are a person that has a testimony, that has lessons, that has a truth that has been disregarded or disrespected or is just unknown, that's powerful. That vulnerability, those lessons, that wisdom, those experiences and emotions are powerful. That is shared with people that truly deserve a seat to your suffering or your success. That is reserved for people that are in alignment and that need that. Stop giving your energy, your vulnerability, your power, your authority to those that do not deserve it. Let people be wrong, but you don't have to follow in those footsteps. Do what's right for you. Do what's right for other people and know that you will be vindicated. I promise you. It may take days, weeks, months, years, decades. You will be. You will be blessed in abundance. You will be successful. You will overcome all these things that are so overwhelming right now. All the opposition, all the obstacles. You're going to get through all that. But the only way you can get through that is if you stay focused. If you keep your faith and you focus on the lesson and you let things and people go that do not align. It is going to be the most misunderstood, mishandled process in your journey. I'm telling you now. It's going to be misinterpreted. People are going to take your silence and not know what the heck to do with it. Let them. People are going to talk about you behind your back and still smile in your face or pretend like, oh, everything's great. Let them. People are going to question your intentions, want to bring you down, do all that they can. Let them. It's all part of it. It's all part of it. And the moment that you accept that you are called, you have purpose, then you understand why you have pushback, why you have haters, why you have snakes. It's part of it. But you know what? You still move in love. There are people, I can tell you, with confidence and at peace. There are so many people that I pray for that I know mean me no good. I could not trust them as far as I can throw them. But I pray for them because that's what I am called to do. I love them because that's what I am called to do. But I see them just as clearly as I see myself. And I know how to handle them or not handle them. And you know, people ask me all the time, I love animals. And the joke is like, I love animals even more than people. But the reason why I love animals is because I know how to handle the animal I'm dealing with. I don't care for a dog the same way I care for a snake. The same way I care for any other animal. Humans, the problem is they look like one thing and they're the other. Humans, they'll act like they're sweet little things and they are the snakes. But when you have discernment and when there's confirmation, you don't have to tell that person you're not a true friend. You don't have to tell that person, I know what you're saying, I know what you're doing. No, because that person knows. Why? I will never understand why people literally use their gas money to go meet people and talk to people that are talking about them. I will never understand why people will sit there and be like, well, let me call these people because they're talking about me. They have your number. They've called you before. They've called you for advice and love and to invite you and for all these different things. They know your number. You have to take revelation with things. See people as they are and continue on. And this morning, it's not a thing of talking about people. It's not that. But you have to know how to control yourself when the weapon you feel in your life is others. When you feel that you want to act on emotion, when you should be taking things in true revelation. It's not good. It's not fun. It's not enjoyable. And it's a very, very dark time when you go through that. But there's a reason for that. There's a reason for all revelation. There's a reason for all pain. And that goes for within you and around you. So hold on to that. And understand that you have more authority, more power, more potential than you know. So stop worrying about it. And it's easier said than done, but stop worrying about it. Stop worrying about them. Don't worry about what's going to happen. Focus on you. Focus on your ordered steps. Stay vigilant. Stay prayed up. And stay working on yourself. And I promise you, a way is going to be made. No matter how many obstacles you feel that you have. No matter how much opposition you feel that you have. A way will be made when you are walking in truth. When you are walking in righteousness. When you are walking with good intentions. A way will be made for you. So hold on to that today. Protect your mindset today. Protect your peace. Protect your circle. Protect your purpose. And understand that ways have been made for you up until this point, and they're not going to stop now. Confirmation, revelation has been revealed to you for you to know how to handle tomorrow and the seasons to come. Accept it. Be at peace with it. And let all that work together with your purpose. It's a part of your testimony, every single part of it. Every single part. So, I hope you guys have a great day. And hold on to these truths. You don't need a clap back when there's confirmation. God has everything under control. You're going to be okay. Love you guys.